I'm sitting here trying to think of, and there's no perfect story for any occasion because they're all perfect. But I know that you've got wonderful storytellers coming up behind me. And pretty much all of us are really kin, except for Sammy, I think, ain't it? I think he's the only one that's not. The rest of us are pretty much are. But, so that tells you that our family's big liars, is what it is. But I've got one more for you, and again, I apologize, but I do have to run on down the road. Man, this is a beautiful place out here. Har-Ber Village, thank you for allowing us to use this place. Man, this is gorgeous out here. And one of these days, I'm going to get out here early enough to walk through the village. But as I was driving by, I kept looking, man, what time did we start? Because that looks like a good fishing spot right there, you know. I travel around my fishing pole. And so maybe next time I'll just make a day of it. And if I get here smelling like bass and perch, you know what I done, all right? As I think about things, you know, as storytellers, we enjoy, especially for me, as I think about those that have come before me, my grandparents, aunts and uncles. And when I tell stories, and I can't speak for all of them, but when I tell stories, I'm not telling them to you. I'm telling them to me. Because these stories help me to remember those that told me. I remember my grandpa as if it was yesterday. I remember my grannies as if I saw them this morning. That is the way I see them. And so when I share these stories, I want you to share them. Because when you share them, then they live. I've got 4 children. I've got 3 3/4 grandbaby. Any day. So 7 eighths. I got 4, I'll have 4 grandbabies. And these things that I share with you are things that I share with them. And so, a long time ago, when earth was new, there were only animals. And Jishnu, the trickster rabbit, was one of the trickiest. And as he was walking along, his stomach began to growl. As he grabbed his stomach, he said, "Oh my goodness, I gotta find me something to eat." And he began to look on the ground, but all he saw was dirt and rocks. I can't make anything out of that. And he continued walking down the path, and his stomach began to growl again. "Oh my goodness, I gotta find something to eat or I'm going to starve to death." He looked up into the trees, but all he saw were leaves and sticks. I can't make anything out of that either. He came to the edge of a very large pond. And he sat down and he began to cry. He began to feel sorry for himself. And as he was sitting there, he said, "Oh my goodness, I'm going to starve to death. Someone bring me something to eat." And as he was crying, he heard a splash. And when he looked up there, he saw a very large fish. He jumped up, he said, "Oh my goodness, I want that one right there." And then a larger one swam this way. He said, "Oh my goodness, if I could swim, I would jump in there and I would grab me a fish and I could eat for days. But I would rather starve to death than drown." And he sat down and began to cry again. As he was crying, he heard another noise. But this time it was on the other side of the pond. And when he looked up, there he saw Kyle fishing.
Hey, old man Kyle, let me have that fish and you can have you another one. Old man Kyle he didn't hear it. And reached down into the water and pulled out a very large stringer of fish. He took the last one and put it on the stringer and threw them over his shoulder and took off walking. Rabbit was standing there in disgust. He said, oh my goodness, all I wanted was one fish and you got all those, oh you stingy old man. I'm going to take all of them. You see, when Rabbit thought that he was done wrong, he came up with many wonderful things that we still carry today. And so as he began to run around the edge of the pond, he was concocting that idea, what he was going to do. And he ran way ahead of the coyotes. And he lay down in the path, and he pretended to be dead. And along came the coyote. The coyote saw the rabbit lying there and said, hey, look at there, there's a dead rabbit. Oh my goodness. He sure does look good. And if I take this rabbit home, I can make a good rabbit soup. Oh my goodness. And as he reached down to pick up the rabbit, the fish fell from his shoulders. He said, hey, I forgot. I've got all of these fish and I worked so hard. I'm just going to leave this rabbit here and go home and cook my fish. He stepped over the rabbit and kept walking. The rabbit jumped up when the coyote was out of sight. He said, oh my goodness, all I want him to do is lay those fish down one time and they're mine. I'm going to try it again. So he took off running through the woods and got way ahead of the coyote and laid down in the path, and he pretended to be dead. And along came the coyote. Hey, look at there, there's another dead rabbit. Oh my goodness. I sure want to take this rabbit home and I could taste that soup. Oh my goodness, but I worked so hard catching these fish. This is killing me. I'm going to leave you here, G-Stu. And he stepped over the rabbit and kept walking. The rabbit jumped up and said, oh my goodness, come on, coyote, just one time. I'm going to try it again. And he took off running through the woods as fast as he could. And he got way ahead of the coyote, and he laid down in the path and he pretended to be what?
Dead.
Dead. And along came the coyote. Hey, look at there, there's another dead rabbit. Oh my goodness. These rabbits, they're just dying everywhere today. You know what I think? I think Creator is telling me I need to have rabbit soup. That's why he's telling me. And he's telling me to save my fish for tomorrow. Oh my goodness, Kyle, you're such a smart guy. And as he set those fish down, he said, wait. This is just one dead rabbit. There are two more back there behind me. That would make, hey, 3 rabbits in my soup. Oh my goodness, Kyle, you're going to eat like a king. And as he turned around and get those other 2 dead rabbits, we all know there was only one, right? And when Kyle turned around, Rabbit jumped up and grabbed those fish, and he took off running with a loud hoot. Woohoo! The coyote turned around and said, hey, you got my fish, and he took off running after him. My grandpa used to say, Chuchi, if you ever see a rabbit come running, soon right by you. He said, stop and wait. I said, how come, dude? He said, because coyote might be chasing that rabbit, trying to get his fish back. At least that's what Duda said. Thank you, guys.